We ask everyone to please remain on mute. The results will be posted on the bonfire procurement portal and emailed to all plan holders at the conclusion of the bid opening. We're going to go ahead and share my screen in bonfire, and we will pull up the submissions on our first bid this morning. Okay, so let's go over here. And we're going to go ahead and unseal everything under the FY25 HYCC ERV1 and ERV2 replacement project. And as everything's unsealed, you'll see a date and time stamped as we go. Okay, so everything is unsealed. Now we're going to go over to the submissions. Okay, and we have two submissions. The first is Enterprise Equipment Company Incorporated, received May 8th, 2025 at 10:45 a.m. And the second is Northern Contracting Corp., received May 8th, 2025 at 11:50 a.m. So we'll start with Enterprise Equipment Company. And then we'll open up the form for general bid. And we have Enterprise Equipment Company Incorporated, acknowledging addendums 1, 2, and 3 with a proposed contract price of $2,184,692. That's $2,184,692. Scrolling down. We have subdivision of bid, the work of the general contractor being all work other than that covered by item 2. We have $469,008. And then under item 2, sub bids, we have electrical, Anise Electrical Services Incorporated for $368,000. We have acoustic tile, Cheviot Corporation for $64,684. And we have HVAC Enterprise Equipment Company Incorporated for $1,283,000. For a total of item 2 for $1,715,684. Everything is signed and included. And now going back, we'll open up the combined certificate of compliance. Okay, and that is signed and included. Right now, we're going to go down and open up the bid bond. Okay, and that is signed and included. And then the decam certificate. And there is the decam certificate. And that is signed and included. All right, going to our next bid, Northern Contracting Corp. Opening up the form for general bid. And we have Northern Contracting Corporation, acknowledging addendums 1, 2, and 3. Proposed contract price, $2,379,100, $2,379,100. Scrolling down. The work of the general contractor being all work other than that covered by item 2 is $817,592. And then we have sub bids as follows. Acoustic tile, the Cheviot Corporation, $64,684. HVAC, performance plumbing and heating, $1,128,824. Electrical, Anise Electrical Services, $368,000. Total of item 2, $1,561,508. Everything is signed. Okay, then the certificate of compliance, one moment. And that is signed and included. Okay, then we have the bid bond. And that is signed and included. And we'll open up the decam certificate. Okay, and there's the decam certificate, and that is included. Okay, for the FY25 HYCC ERV1 and ERV2 replacement project, all bids are under review. We are available by email or phone if you have any questions. And this concludes that bid opening. And now we will move on to our second bid opening for today, which is the FY25 Mary Dunn Water Storage Tank Rehabilitation Project. I'm going to go ahead and go into that project next. Okay, opening to the Mary Dunn project. We'll go over to requested information. And we will unseal all the documents, and you will see everything unsealed in real time with a date and time stamp. Okay, now going over to our submissions. And we've received 5 submissions for this project. The first is Amstar of Western New York Incorporated, received May 8th at 10:50 a.m. The next is Asher Industrial Maintenance, received May 8th at 11:55 a.m. Then we have DY AMIC Sandblasting and Painting LLC, received May 7th, 2025 at 2:43 p.m. We have Inspect Coatings Incorporated, received May 7th, 2025 at 4:58 p.m. And Minoan Industrial LLC, received May 6th, 2025 at 10:34 a.m. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the first form for general bid, which is Amstar of Western New York. Okay, we have Amstar of Western New York, $850,000, $850,000. Acknowledging addendum 1. Everything is signed and included. Next, we'll open up the certificate of compliance. Okay, that's signed and included. And lastly, we'll open up the bid bond. Okay, and there's the bid bond, and that is signed and attached. Next, we have Asher Industrial Maintenance. We'll go ahead and open up the form for general bid. Okay, so we have Asher Building and Design LLC, DBA Asher Industrial Maintenance. $400,600, $400,600. Acknowledging addendum 1. Everything is signed and included. Opening up the combined certificate. That is signed and included. Okay, opening up the bid bond. Okay, that is signed and included. Going to our next bidder, which is DY Amic Sandblasting and Painting LLC. Form for general bid. Okay, that's actually the bid bond. Let's see what else we have here. There's a schedule of prices. Contractor certificate, form for general bid. Okay. So form for general bid, Dynamic Sandblasting and Painting LLC, $699,505.30, $699,505.30. Rolling down, acknowledging addendum 1. Here's the certificate of compliance, signed and included, and we also saw the bid bond. Okay. Okay, our next bidder is Inspect Coatings, Inc. Open up the form for general bid. Inspect Coatings Incorporated, $794,100. Acknowledging addendum 1. Everything is signed. Okay, opening up the combined certificate of compliance. All right, that is signed and included. And lastly, we go ahead and open up the bid bond. Okay, the bid bond is included. Okay, and lastly, we have Minoan Industrial LLC. Let's open up the form for general bid. And we have Minoan Industrial LLC, $776,800, $776,800. Acknowledging addendum 1. Everything is signed. Opening up the certificate of compliance. That is signed and included. And opening bid bond. And that is signed and included. This concludes our bid opening for the FY25 Mary Dunn Water Storage Tank #1 rehabilitation. All bids are under review. We are available by email or phone should you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining us.